As we mentioned at the top of this newscast, a fierce gun battle has led to a standoff between law officers and occult members of a religious compound outside of Waco this evening.
We have a team report on this developing story, so let's begin with Debbie Johnson, who is standing by live near Waco. Debbie?
Bob, what we have at this time are 4 dead federal agents, 1 dead cult member, and at least 14 people wounded. Probably the number of wounded will be higher than that. The cult is something called the Branch Davidians. They're an offshoot of the Seventh-day Adventists, and their compound is east of Waco, about 15 miles. There's about 75 members. They moved here from Los Angeles back in the 1930s, descendants of this cult. Their leader is someone called Vernon Howell. He claims to be Christ, and the cult, we are told, is in possession of a virtual arsenal of weapons, including many AK-47s and AR-14 assault rifles. Now, the federal agents came today to serve a warrant on Vernon Howell for illegal possessions of weapons. That was about 9:30 this morning. That is when the firefight began. It lasted, we're told, about 45 minutes. Joining me now is Wayne Dolcefino. He talked with a news photographer who actually shot that gunfire exchange. Wayne, what did they tell you?
Well, Don Maloney from KWTX, he and his reporter thought there was something that was going to happen this morning out at the compound. They saw the helicopters, 3 of them flying overhead. Then they saw 2 gooseneck trailers loaded with federal agents getting ready to make the assault. Apparently, when they tried to serve the papers, that's when the gunfire started. Don Maloney said he was training his camera on the roof, and he saw at least 3 federal agents breaking a window, trying to go inside. He saw gunfire coming through the walls of the compound. 1 federal agent he saw went down. That was one of the agents that may have been killed or seriously hurt. The news truck was used as an ambulance. A truce was called temporarily, and that news truck was used as an ambulance to take 3 of the wounded federal agents out. Behind us, Debbie, of course, is the roadblock. In the last hour or so, we saw an armored personnel carrier come by here. We saw about a dozen patrol cars from all kinds of jurisdictions coming through here, and that's where it's all happening, right down there, folks, just down the road.
We understand negotiations are going on as we speak. They may continue, of course, with darkfall approaching into the night, but the federal agents have said that they are not going to storm this if at all possible. That is their main intent. They are going to try to negotiate an end to this, and in the meantime, the standoff continues. Back to you, folks.